There's only one Tyson Fury. What's going on? All thanks for tuning in. It's the aftermath. Tyson Fury. There is only one Tyson Fury. There was only one person at the conference. Thanks for tuning in once again. Always appreciate your time. So this is just my take on it. It's a big disappointment, it's a big disappointment that Dillian Whyte didn't show up. At the end of the day, regardless of if he disagrees with his money or whatever the situation may be, at the end of the day, the fans do pay for the fight, and we want to see the press conference. Dillian Whyte's actually quite good at press conferences, and it would have been a lot better if he was there. Now, Tyson Fury, you got to give him credit for, entertaining the crowd, even though it was just him. He did a good job at that, as he always does. But there's a lot of questions of why he didn't show up. Now, he may have done it because he doesn't want to promote the fight. Maybe he's thinking, I'm not getting paid enough, or there's rumors about him not getting a cut of the pay-per-view pays and all that, so he's not really getting the full revenue coming in. So they're shortchanging him in a few places, but at the end of the day, it is his biggest payday to date, and it's now or never for him. This is a huge fight, and it is against a guy that is ranked number one in the heavyweight division, which is Tyson Fury. Ring Magazine champion, I believe. Not much people really follow that, but he is ranked number one. So he just needs to show up, and I believe with Tyson Fury, you don't want to give him that psychological edge. You need to take that away from him, because regardless, he's going to perform. If anything, you need to get inside his head, and that's where Deontay Wilder went wrong in the trilogy. He said nothing, and he still ended up losing. So saying nothing or not showing up's not going to put Fury off his game. But what is trying to get inside his head. Now, people always remember what people say. Words always seem to, hold on, especially when you hit a bad nerve, And if he says the right thing, it could trigger Fury to come to make a mistake in the fight, Now, Tyson Fury has said that he is going for the knockout, that he is looking to end them within 6 rounds. Now, this is a big mistake in my opinion. If he pulls it off, full credit to him, and I'll take it back. But he doesn't really need to go forward here. He's the taller fighter. Dillian Whyte is a guy that doesn't, he waits for you to come inside the pocket, and this is an invitation, for him. Fury's saying that he's going to come forward, and it could be Dillian Whyte's night. He might land that short left hook. You got to understand that Tyson Fury needed to come forward against Deontay because Wilder uses distance to throw that right hand to knock them out. So by Fury closing the distance and coming forward, and it made Deontay uncomfortable, and it shut down the right hand. Now in this case, Dillian Whyte is all about fighting inside the pocket. He's all about that short left hook, short right hook, trading shots within the pocket. So pushing him back against the ropes and all that, I don't think that will work against Whyte. I think that Fury may be making a big mistake here trying to go for the knockout. Now, it's Dillian Whyte's job here to get under Fury's skin to convince him that he will knock him out, and to give him that confidence to come forward, say things like, yep, let's both go for the knockout then, something like that. Dillian Whyte is quite a funny character, And he done that with Chisora, where Chisora, Chisora comes regardless, but I think that because the press conferences were so heated, he was going for the knockout for the whole fight, and Dillian Whyte was boxing through the whole fight, and he managed to land that left hook, which knocked out Chisora, so, yeah, it's a big mistake from Fury, in my opinion, to try to knock him out within 6 rounds and go forward. He doesn't need to go forward. I believe his weaknesses is going forward. He's a lot better at boxing on the back foot, but we will see what happens. He can always adapt to the fight. He's got a great corner in the ring and things like that. I'm sure that he will have a backup plan, but if Dillian Whyte can get under his skin, he won't, and he failed to do so today or yesterday. Let's just say in the press conference he failed to, show up. And it's disappointing, and I hope that they do, that he does show up in the next one. I think that he will, because Tyson Fury, has really mouthed off about him. And I'm sure a lot of people will be saying things to him, and there'll be a lot of talk within his management team that he needs to show up, because it's all about the fans here, regardless of how people are getting paid or dealt with or whatever you think, it's happening behind the scenes. At the end of the day, the people are the people are the ones that pay for it, so he needs to at least promote in some way, but that's all I need to say, man. Thanks for tuning in. Leave your take. Look forward to hearing back from you, man. Peace. God bless.